Okay, whoops. Let's go. Okay, am I live or am I not? Okay, sweet. Okay. Tweet this sign up. Beep. Wait a moment for people to come on in. Hello. Oish. Okay, we got one person back in. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I made an oopsie in trying to pause the stream or something, you know, do something to hopefully fix it. I stopped it. Whoops. So, yeah. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to hopefully come on back in, maybe. And, yeah. We'll go forward from there. In the meantime, look at that, and I'm gonna get a bottle of water. I also really needed to stretch. Ugh, this is not a fun sitting position to be in. Ugh. Ugh. Let's see, any more people in? It says 2 people, but I know there are at least 3. Let's just check on over here for Twitter. It's just, whatever. Well, whatever. Onwards and upwards we go. I have also decided to go as far as the first creepy thing to happen. Once that happens, then we will cut the stream, do whatever. Hopefully it doesn't lag that bad again, but whatever. See what happens. So, moving on. When the stream left off, Mion was sizing up Keiichi in his nether regions. Quite the pervert, this one. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite the problem, though. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Don't say next time. Right now is just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? Oh my god. This was not in the anime. What game am I playing? I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty. I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it fouling up in the morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Okay, that's from the anime. I know that. I know they said that. The whole penis thing, it's not there. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for the fly, Rena began to ramble in a near panic. Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. How was it? Seeing the city again. Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting the pleasant morning. I only went for the funeral. I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have time to look around any toy stores. Toy stores and hobby stores are completely different, you know. We can attest to this. It's really difficult to get Western-style stuff around here, after all. Is this about games again, Mi-chan? Mion nodded proudly as Rena giggled. Yep, I wanted Kei-chan to bring back a Westport catalog, you see. Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Using the abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, guess I have to now. I'm gonna get another game full of hot action. Metal Gear Solid? This time, I like a game that's easy to understand. Mion is a board and card games enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a few of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has become a museum of domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you think I'd understand, let me play too. Of course. If Kei-chan is up for it, I should warn you though, they're pretty tough. Just what I want. I'll play all sports games. I don't intend to lose. Whoa. Then let me in. Then we'll let you in the group this time. And I get. I can talk. Whoa. Then we'll let you into the group this time. I guess. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Rena laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to try and make me feel welcome. I feel like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. I was right. We're at the school. Let's see what's going on stream. For a random mana transfer. True. Hinamiza was really a small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. Not on Biori? The class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study the same class. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become single class, and now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. Sorry I'm checking my phone on stream. I know it's incredibly unprofessional. Can't remember how I read that line, but I'm sure you had time to read it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. There's Mion. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up till then, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Too bad. I wasn't going to fall for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Man. Mion chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. What is it, you guys? Step back, Rena. It's dangerous. She's here. Pronoun game! Huh? Then Satoko-chan is... Her name was Satoko Hyojo. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap. A blackboard eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious, Satoko. A haughty laugh came from beyond the door. Excellent, Keitan. I guess this means you win this round. No, this is Satoko we're talking about. I doubt this is it. Texting while in stream. After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one, traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, it almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. It looked pretty heavy. I took a pretty heavy hit from the blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. So then why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after. Making me focus my attention upwards, so I lifted my hand to the door. There were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with the tape. A frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap. Concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satoko. But in the end, nothing more than the trivial machinations of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw open the door and stepped into the room. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching my leg. Was that a bonk? By the time I realized it, she had me hook, line, and sinker. It was already too late. I began to fall in an utmost picturesque manner. Kei-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to Yumel's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow, ow, ow! An inkstone, filled to the brim, was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered, imagining the situation I had landed square on it. Satoko! Even more headroom! My, what do we have here? More text messages. A fair morning to you, Keiichi-san. Aren't we a lively one this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a setup from your usual. That was a step up. Holy crap. That was a step up from your usual traps, Satoko. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. You little. Ow, 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 ow! It seemed I had inadvertently sprained my back a little when I landed. Better than landing in that inkstone. Ah, Rika! A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, pain, go away. The small, dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. I'm pretty sure I probably botched her name. I feel ashamed of myself. Do we get the two in the same? Not yet. Yay, Rika-chan! Good morning! Good morning to you, Rena. And a good morning to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Rena, Mion, and I bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoko. I glared over at her direction. Satoko was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. I'm the very model of a good girl. A good girl wouldn't have set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander! Exactly what proof? I picked up Satoko by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with. I'm sorry! Oh, no, that's that's me talking. I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it... I cocked my index finger and my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead. Itachi, no! I'm against violence! You don't have any proof! Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. It can split plywood right in half. Ah! Or eek! Stop! Get away from me, you beast! Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. A small hand tugged the back of my shirt. She's been lonely since you've been gone for 2 days. Rika-chan really is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grip on Satoko, who at this point was on the verge of tears, and still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick. Forehead flick, whoa, that's like actual crying going on right there. I feel like this is a sprite that wasn't supposed to be here, and is meant for, much darker times. It doesn't bother me. You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting. Yeah! Alright, now that I have both of these people in the same frame, let's look at the old sprites! Oh god! Oh my god. That's actually a little horrifying. Oh man. Oh, 7th expansion. You scary. Oh my god. Holy crap. What's going on, chat? Ah, yes. Rika gently petted the head of her prankster friend. You'd never guess these two were the same age. I think Satoko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Holy crap. Wait a minute. I know that face. As she observed the scene, Rena's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. Oh, Satoko is crying. So cute. Cute. Oh god! Hi, Mike. Hi. Hi. How you doing? You alright? Feeling good? Feeling sassy? Alright. You can't take them home. How much Kairi? But they're so cute. She baby talking? You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit is fine. Is fine? Rena kept a cutesy face, even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Rena is ridiculously weak to things that she tries. Rena is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. I am botching sentences left and right, man. Object or person. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is worse. Give it up. Then I can just look. Just looking. That should be fine, right? Right? Rena swooned over Satoko's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be forced to return Rena to the authorities. Forgive me, Rena. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. The teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Satoko, that inkstone is yours, right? Just from Mion's single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up. We made it in time. Rise! Attention! Mion gave up the morning commands. Time passes when you fade to black. I really am digging this soundtrack. It's nice and peaceful. I can't wait to get to the murder. It's difficult being a teacher for all these being a teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. Not if you're from Nananbyori, you just fall asleep. She has to teach something different to each one. But naturally, she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Rena and Mion being the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teach young. It's only like 8 o'clock, man. Why are you like? They even end up helping the teacher. Man, I suck. They even end up helping teach the younger kids. So it seems like they can never get to their own studies. I got through the sentence, guys. It's okay. Holy hell. They're actually way behind where my studies have regressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Rena and Mion with their studies. You're a pretty good teacher, Keiichi-kun. Easy to understand. Rena took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teaching is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is. Oh, okay. It just doesn't loop. I was like, why'd the music stop? They say that you teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. So while you're teaching us, you're getting your own practice. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. I don't know. For one, isn't she supposed to be in the higher grade than me? Look, Mion, this is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there'll be trouble later on. These marks. It's not like I'm aiming to go to a prestigious school. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exams, a little at a time. Her staunch defiance was really something else. This was a different type of relax than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exams. Michan Keiichi-kun. Michan, Keiichi-kun is doing his best to teach us. We need to try hard too. He's such a good, honest kid, Rena. I'll make sure you guys get accepted into good schools. What? Thanks so much. Especially you, Rena. Private lessons, just the two of us. private lessons? A puff of smoke shaped into like a halo popped out of Rena's head. Can't you tell this is a goddamn anime? Exactly what kind of private lesson is she fantasizing about that's making her head turn so red? I'd like to hear the play-by-play about that next time. While Mion is flipping through her vocabulary flashcards, she threw out a casual question. So in the city, do you have to study this much? If you don't know at least this much, you can't get into university. So you study just to get into a university? Well, yeah, basically. While knowing that this stuff won't ever come in handy in the future. Out here, you can get into university just as long as your attendance is good enough. Really? Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe so easily overturned sent me into a state of shock. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. It is right. There aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam. God! If anyone can get into university, then there's no need to be uptight about this stuff, right? Well, that's true, but you should at least know the stuff that's common knowledge. This old geezer thinks that instead of wasting time studying pointlessly, you should be spending your precious teen years doing more meaningful things. It was too profound of a statement to simply laugh off. But since it was Mion, it probably didn't actually have to have that deep of a meaning. I'm botching sentences up. School's over! In place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving a handbell drifted through the classroom. Kei-chan, we're done! We're done! It's our wonderful lunchtime! Aw, it's not school over. In a complete 180 of her unmotivated state, Mion gave a command that signaled the end of the morning period. Kichi-kun, let's have lunch! What's with the star? I might have been making a very troubled face. Rena smiled brightly at me. Alright, let's eat! What's going on, chat? Been a while. Somehow still better than Toho sprites. Yeah, I know can't English whatsoever. Alright, back to it. Oh, my back. Once again, guys, I'm sitting on a floor right now. It's not necessarily the most comfortable of positions. Ugh. There seem to be different cliques within the class. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Our ages were different, and we had both boys and girls. But we weren't reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Rena and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Riko were slowly lugging their desks over as well. Keiichi-kun, hurry, hurry! Rena waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunchboxes. Keiichi-san's lunchbox is most assuredly filled with nothing but bread crusts, like some sort of desperate plebeian. Destitute plebeian. Whoa. Harsh. Why don't you just show it to us? Come on now. Even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid of her lunchbox until I was there. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged the chair over to join the circle. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Well then, Representative Me, give us the signal to start. At first, this was kind of embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point, I probably wouldn't even open my lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we're all good friends. Let's eat! Itadakimasu! The sound of our little 5-part chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made of all girls. Of course, there are other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys just see older boys as scary. Do they? Compare that to girls, well, at least these girls aren't picky. We put all the side dishes in the middle where everybody was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with a guy, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mion noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As the fruit of my efforts, I can now reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch. I love the question mark. My efforts? I'm Ron Burgundy? My, isn't Sir Keiichi's lunch extravagant today? My, isn't Madame Satoko's lunch extravagant as well? The stewed stuff has a nice look to it, rather trendy. Buying into the fight Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked in a cross counter, stabbing into each other's lunch. My, how delicious! Oh, and this taro is good. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan's expression broke into a little smile. I saved some from dinner last night. By the way, Satoko and Rika-chan's lunches are always the same. It seems that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too? These taste like mom's home cook. These taste like mom's home cooking. Takes me a while to record things. I think you're starting to realize that now. I was honestly impressed. The carrot rosettes weren't from a mold. They were done by hand with a knife. It's not easy to do. I guess Rika-chan's just good at this sort of thing. She's really good at sewing, laundry, and stuff like that. Amazing, right? Amazing! What's with that evil grin? Rika is quite exceptional in many ways. God damn it, am I gonna have to do it? Oh boy. Rika is quite exceptional in many ways. Oh! Let me die! That's nothing for you to boast about. Rena's actually better than cooking than I am. Huh? Well, you know. It seemed that the topic of conversation switched to Rena, when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her own words. Rena's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone else pulled from Rena's lunchbox constantly. Everyone liked this one so much before, so I made a lot this time. It's good, I hope? I hope? I'm catching on to Rena's speech pattern now. Oh my god, my legs. It's got high marks from me. Mion, you're taking too much. Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reached out, trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over to the same time, and struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled in mouth after mouthful while praising it, and Rena's lunchbox was soon empty. It was kind of bad that no one even thought to leave any for Rena. Friendship! But Rena seemed rather satisfied as she looked on. 1 second, gotta stretch. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. I know I said I was gonna play until like the first creepy thing came up, but man, am I gonna get sore. We'll see what happens. How did you like it? Isn't Rena-san an extremely good cook too? Quite different from Keiichi-san. I said that's nothing for you to boast about. You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. Can you tell me the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet? Oh. Oh, wow. Alright, if you know Higurashi as well as I do, you understand why that's relevant. Satoko's face went pale. Hey, I can't even tell the difference between broccoli and cow. Even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know. Of course I can. I really can. It's really hard for her to lie. Keiichi-kun, both taste good when they're boiled and topped with mayo, right? You shouldn't be picking on her. Michan too. Renner hurriedly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed heartily as she drew closer to Satoko. Well, just pretend it's a little home ec lesson. Now then, Satoko. What's this? Mion lifted her chopsticks. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon. But that's... Mion made eye contact with me, and within 0.3 seconds... Quick reflex. I had Rika-chan's mouth covered. Holding the piece of bacon wrapped asparagus between giving her two choices. Holding a piece of bacon wrapped asparagus and giving her two choices. She's pretty terrible. The yellow one is cauliflower. No, wait, the green one is cauliflower. So which? Probably the yellow one is broccoli and the blue one is cauliflower. But the green one is, Do you really know which is which? How about you just give up? I'd expect no less from the class representative. The oldest. The way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. Whoa, buddy. This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal. I do know! I really do! Then answer the question. I know. Crying noises. She finally broke down and started crying. When she acts like this, she actually starts to seem her age. Oh god, not again. Oh, cute. Rena entered a state of euphoria as Satoko bawled her eyes out. It's pretty messed up. Rena was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheek against Satoko's head and smothered her. Really, A very content face. One that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was that kind of smile. Rena! Mimi is picking on me. Ah, cute. It's okay, Rena. It's okay, Rena One-chan will take care of all those bad people who tease my little sister. Rena One-chan. That's the last thing I ever want to hear. Did I just get punched in the face? Frish, boom, bam! It was like a flash of lightning. What was that just now? Both of Rena's fists shot out at supersonic speeds, striking me. Oh my god, I did get punched in the face! Holy crap! God damn. Before we knew it, Mion and I were sprawled spread eagle on the floor, staring up at the ceiling with matching welts on our faces. This is the first one. It's the first time you've gotten one, right? Today, she went easy on us. Easy? You mean there's something harder than this? With that, Mion and I slumped our heads back to the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be careful when I'm within striking distance of Rena. See, Satoko-chan, I took care of them. Cute. Mochikairi. Making sure Rena didn't see it, Satoko stuck her tongue out at us. Damn it all, using Rena as her puppet. Rena-chan massaged our bruises without saying a word. Whose side are you on? Back to class. What up, chat? Connor Ojo-sama. No! God. No matter what the day had held, the last school bell always came too soon. Our shadows stretched off into the distance. Hey, Keiichi-kun, tomorrow do you have plans or anything? Huh? It was such a direct question from Rena, I inadvertently blushed. If it was for a date, then wouldn't you do it more subtly? Rena saw me lost for words and realized that I'd misunderstood and turned red as well. No, I didn't mean it like that, you see. So apparently that wasn't what she meant. But since it's always fun when Rena's in a panic, I went along with it a little. Oh really? So it wasn't meant that way. Huh? Uh-huh? Playing it up, I slumped my shoulders, feigning dejection. Keiichi-kun, why are you so disappointed? Why? Micha! Acting. Unable to hold it in any longer, Mion slapped me on the back. I see. This old geezer never knew you could push their buttons like that. Huh? What? What is it? Mion was rolling on the floor, clutching her stomach, while Rena flailed around, completely bewildered. I couldn't help but start laughing as well. Feeling just a bit guilty, I ruffled Rena's hair. Kidding! Sorry, it was a joke. That was my fault. She really is a cute one. Huh? A joke? Since when? Since when? About halfway through. Halfway? So, Kei-chan, that means you weren't acting when you blushed at the start? Huh? That means... It was only a momentary lapse, but there was no way Mion would let such a delectable detail slip by her. Well, you see, saying anything more would be a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further into unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me for about a while. So why were you asking me if I'm free tomorrow, Rena? Huh? Oh. What were we talking about? It had been so long that Rena had forgotten. That's how long Mion had teased me. It's just... Kei-chan, you probably can't find your way around Hinamizawa by yourself yet, can you? That was true. I hate to say it, but if you blindfolded me and then spun me around 3 times like you were playing pin the tail on the donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell you up from down. Yeah, I don't think I know how to get anywhere besides back and forth from school. Yes, so you see, tomorrow we were thinking that Mi-chan and I could escort you through Hinamizawa and show you around. That would be a godsend. Frankly, I was happy about the offer. You'll come, of course, right? If I'm free. You're being invited by a girl, you know. If I'm free. You're probably free anyways. If I'm free. I was being stubborn so as not to give her a clear yes or no. Even though I thought it was a godsend, I'm too much of a scamp to say it up front. Keiichi-kun, you're not free, perhaps? Perhaps? While Mion and I had our rather sour back and forth, Rena peeked over at me hesitantly. Figured I'd been a bit too rough on her, I gave in. Sorry, forgive me. I apologize. I'm free. Great! The trepidation disappeared from Rena's face as it blossomed into a smile. Hey now! You're a rock star. Get the game. Go play. It seems like there's quite a difference between how cold you are to me compared to Rena, isn't there? It seems Mion didn't care how rude I was to her compared to how quickly I agreed with Rena. But her being annoyed was very interesting. So I pushed Rena forward, speeding up our pace to leave Mion behind. Let's go, Rena. Maybe it should just be the 2 of us tomorrow. Leave grumpy old Mion behind. Huh? Whoa, if Keiichi-kun's okay with that, then... I'm the one who came up with the idea. I'm the one who came up with the idea to take him around. Don't ignore me. Keiichi Maibara! Kiri and Satsuki! It'd be great if the 2 of us could go on a picnic together. Should we bring a basket, Rena? If we're bringing a basket, I'll make all the food, maybe. Don't you ignore me too, Rena. I'll tell everyone that you 2 disappeared. Whoa. I'll tell everyone you 2 disappeared into the hotel district together. Whoa. Well then, I'm going home right now to start making it. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. Later, Keiichi, Mi-chan, bye! Rena bounded off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left of me standing next to me... All that was left was me standing next to Mion sprawled out on the ground. There was a welt on her face. Are you alright? There was over 2 meters between you guys. Since you came, they've been sharper. They've become sharper. This old geezer's body can't handle it. Maybe it'd be easier if you stopped saying stuff that makes Rena want to hit you. Or else this will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour. Isn't it already? If that happened, the results might be fatal. Don't feel bad, Mion. You're probably the only one who can't dodge her jabs. It felt like it was her knee, though. Could it be that we were hanging around with an unrivaled martial arts master? Maybe someday we'll see her debut in an extreme contact sport. You can't lose to Rena. You need to train up and have a rematch. Kei-chan, you should. This old geezer will root for you. Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Rena's infallible technique. Man. Commercial break! Stretch! Oh. Oh boy. Oh, you have received new tips. Achievement unlocked! Welcome to Hinamizawa! Yay! Let's see these tips. We're a mixed grade? We don't have a uniform? Save. Oish. Ta-da! 10 folders. Wow. Must be quite a lot to this game, huh? He'll escort him to hell. Not entirely wrong. How many people are watching? 8 people. Nice. White. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Today was the day Rena and Mion were going to show me around Hinamizawa. Casual clothes! Do I dare look at these as the old sprites? Rena and Mion were already waiting for me at the meeting place. Oh god. I'm actually, like, scared to see these. Oh my god. Why? Holy crap. Oh my god. Jeez. They take... I'm sorry, like, I know I keep saying it, but I can't get over how much space they take up. It's insane. Oh my god. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Kei-chan, you're late. Sorry. The show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that. Oh? So that's your excuse for being late and keeping 2 girls waiting? Michan, you just got here yourself. Star emoji. Last night's episode of A Day in the Life of was interesting, wasn't it? She was just as guilty as me. We're gonna talk about this little paragraph spacing here. It's a little too convenient if you ask me. Rena was carrying a pretty heavy looking handbag. Wait, is that? Yon answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right. Rena really did make a picnic. Kei-chan, after you left, Rena pulled out all the stops. It's not like I forced her to do it. It was nothing. So don't worry about it, okay? Star emoji. She's been like this since last night, you know. Can you take responsibility for this? Alright. I'm a man after all. I'll take responsibility. Huh? Responsibility? For what? For what? As we both turned around slowly to look at Rena, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. And it didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except this was Rena we were talking about here. About 2 kilos, I guess? When Rena was picking it up, I could see she was struggling a bit. I say 5. You're exaggerating. Keiichi-kun is a boy after all. I thought he could probably eat a lot, so I made a lot, okay? Let's get going. Heave-ho! Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only things in there were lunchboxes. Correction. I say 5 kilos too. I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you if you make Rena sad, got it? The only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit and make myself hungrier. Man. Bloom transition. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll. A carefree walk bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't have even imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies, after all. So, there's no desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. It really was a nice place, peaceful and quiet. Perfect for murder. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day. Good day. Oh, you would be Maibara-kun, I believe. My 2 companions exchanged greetings with everyone we ran across. All these passerby even knew my name. That's not grammatically correct. When did I become this famous? We passed 3 people and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid. It's a bit sad to say. Everyone knows everyone since there are so few people here in Hinamizawa. So that means when an unfamiliar face walks by, they automatically assume that it's Maibara fellow who just moved here. Yeah, that's how it works out. It was process of elimination. You could only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. From now on, I better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally walking at a dirty magazine in a bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as the ledge by the next day. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. You want this game? It is available on Steam right now until like November 2nd for like $5, like not even. It was like $4.80 or something like that when I bought it. So go get it while it's on sale, and even when it's not on sale, it's only like $6. That's not the end of this nightmare. Of course I know them. The first person we met was old man Takizawa from the Makino bike shop. His hobbies are bonsai and playing with the flute. And playing the flutes. Next we meet the grocer's second son, Daisuke-kun. His hobby is sharpshooting, and he hopes to be an ace sniper in the future. And the person we just met was Mio-san, the nurse from the clinic. Her hobbies are bird watching and photography. You know the names of everyone we pass by, and even their profiles? Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchange looks and burst into laughter. Well, yeah. We're not like the city, where people hardly know their neighbors. Let's try it out. You there. Who am I? You're Keiichi Maibara. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Your hobby is taking afternoon naps. Lately, you've been switched... Lately, you switched over to wearing boxers. Didn't you? That's enough. That's enough. Boxers? Enough! Apparently, there is absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here. Hinamizawa was not a place to be trifled with. This feels like you guys are showing me off more than showing me around. That's right. Criminy. We're parading around like this after all. Don't you all think so too? That Keiichi-kun is fitting right here in Hinamizawa. The population in Hinamizawa is shrinking, so the villagers welcome anybody who's new here. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, "You're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they just said wasn't a joke at all. We passed by another person. Of course, we were called out to again the same way. Oh my, good day! It's wonderful seeing you getting along. This lady here is Fujishima-san. Good day! Oh my, Maibara-kun. How wonderful for you having a lovely girl on each arm. How are you? Getting used to life here? Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an empathetic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was.
Did she rub her titties?
Yeah, Jesse?
I keep losing, man!
My friend Jesse's streaming. Are you streaming right now?
Yeah.
Oh. He's streaming over on Twitch right now. He's playing League. Oh.
Dude, it's fucking tough. Tough time.
I know. It's League, man. It's League. Keep telling yourself that. It's not hard because you suck. It's hard because it's actually hard.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah. Thanks. Good. Good. Sounds like what I just said. As I look back over Ren and Mion, they gave me a wink. So, now then. About time we have lunch, maybe. Maybe? Renna's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other. I'm a man. I'll do what I can. But it's just too much. It's fine, Kei-chan. Leave this to the old man. Mion never seemed as reliable as she was right now. I expect no less from the class representative. The clap representative. I'm getting tongue-tied. Renna, if we're going to eat, we might as well go somewhere with a good view. Yes! Good idea, I agree! Renna nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Wipe transition. Another wipe transition. I really do want to go to the town that Hinamizawa was based off of. I feel like that'd be a nice little vacation. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving a tidy feeling. This here is the Foooooooooooooood Shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around. This place, be sure to remember it. On our next break, the festival will be held here. Isn't it a bit too early for a season for a festival? Give me a second, I'll get it. The Watanagashi isn't a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration at the end of winter. I got it. I was embarrassed for assuming the festivals had to be held in the summer. Now then, spread out the lunchboxes, and there. Various colored lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of a plastic sheet. The sure did smell delicious. It was Renna's home cooking. It went without saying that this will be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey Mion, it'll take more than just a good view to get this all down, you know. Hey! More casual outfits. You know what that means. Look at the old sprites. Oh my god. Okay. I know this is an old game and all, and they probably didn't have much of a budget to work with. So, you know, things probably weren't totally kosher as far as production. But man! Holy crap! Oh, I'm so happy they revised this. Holy crap. Good afternoon. It was Rika-chan and Satoko. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was their secret plan. To power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up with all these pieces are all in place is my... Following up when all the pieces are in place is my specialty. I can read. I went to college. We just had to come since there was such a commotion. What is the meaning of this? Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Rena. I can see that much. Why have you laid out a tarp on our property? The temple is public grounds, not yours. Keiichi's right. This is everyone's property. Wow, Rika is such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. After opening a spot for Rika, I promptly turned my back on Satoko. GG. Hold on 1 second. Where's my spot? No spot for you and nothing for you to eat. Don't worry, there's some for you too. None. I'll eat all of hers. I will not allow it. I will not allow that. Rika! Here, chopsticks. Both Satoko and I leapt at the boxes, having it out with each other. I do like this music. I really do. It's happy. The calm before the storm. Man, really, Kei-chan. You're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. Have a plate. One for Me-chan and Rika-chan, too. Reno whipped out a pair of chopsticks and paper plates. If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up. That's right. Okay. Shall we commence the battle? Please, eat a lot. There's enough for everyone. Rena said, and she opened up a thermos. Just then I realized this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. I will not allow you to have that hamburger. Oh my god. Using your elbows against the rule, Satoko. Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules. It was a tough battle, blocking with her full momentum. And an elbow in the opening moves, Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand. I swear to God. What's with visual novels and food, man? Can't handle it. The last meatball! Satoko Hojo has been bested. Nom. Satoko and I ambiguously began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rika patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Rena blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Rena to refrain from saying anything that would get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached the point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there are so few words in the Japanese to praise how something tastes. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era? It seems that long ago people ate in silence. It must have made people think preparing food a bit sad, don't you think? It's probably because back then the people were busy even while eating and didn't have the time to complement the flavor. That's just you. But you know, just hearing that it's good makes me happy. That my effort was worth it, I mean. She blushed at She blushed a little. La, la, la. She blushed a little as she said that. It was delicious. With absolute perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Rena directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. After Rena uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. Rika-chan, I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean, thank you. It really was delicious. Rena flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it. To reward Rika for her praise, ta-da! These are special. 2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them towards Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. What is it, Satoko? What's with that defiant look? Has everyone prepared proper praise to receive apples from Rena-san? Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think of with your weak vocab? Well then, allow me to show you. After Satoko flashed Mion and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly. Hey, so Reno-ne-chan's lunch. Satoko thought it was yummy too. Satoko looked up at her, pouting powderly while talking cutesy. Oh man, what? How was that phrase? That's not even persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is really a limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Rena. I should have like a soundboard for this. Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Rena glumps. Oh my god, why? That blasted word. I thought I had seen the last of it back in 08. I was wrong. Why? Why is that word here? Rena glumped Satoko and began rubbing her cheek against her. Cute! Satoko is so cute! Star emoji. Take you home! My god. Swish. Stab. Push. Satoko was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me with a defiant gaze. It only took 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair! To think she has such a trick! If it upsets you that much, why not reward Rena with... reward Rena with some praise? Damn it! That was a dirty trick! First of all, that wasn't even praise! Satoko, you think you've won that, don't you? How about I show you guys something much better than your superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Mion! What kind of trick is it? Kei-chan is going to be the one who does it. What? Oh, why don't I have you show me then? The withering of an old maid. The plan of attack she suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. Perfectly. It's really good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right? No. Actually, most of it almost all of it was frozen stuff. Then which ones did you make fresh? Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say, must I? From the synergy of a boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria. I already know. This one, right? Huh? Rena turned even deeper shade of red with the words. I can't believe it. With the words, I can't believe it practically written over her face. How can you tell? How? That I made it. Of course Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. It had your smell. Silence enveloped the area. Rena's face, still completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Satoko also blushed. Of course, I did too. I sure would like to try one of Rena's homemade apple rabbits. Something. Even if this was all because I was competing against Satoko, it felt like I had crossed the line between by a good 9 yards, I think. Then, at that moment, whoosh! It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits. Please eat some, Keiichi-kun. There's plenty for you. Instantly, dozens of apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over. Oh, Gert, just, say Keiichi-kun. My head was forcibly laid upon her lap while even more apples were shoved in my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple of the other was forced into my mouth. More and more apples. Oh my god. How about them apples, Satoko? Looks like we win. Kei-chan, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Satoko? This is our complete victory, isn't it? I can't believe it. Such trickery! It doesn't bother me at all. Satoko grounded her teeth, mortified. We did it. I claimed victory as my conscience dripped slowly away from me. God. At that time, Rena stopped all her squeezing as she suddenly realized something. Rika-chan, you're not eating it? Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe? Looking over, Rika had pulled the toothpick out of her apple and placed it onto her cupped hands and seemed to be at a loss as to what to do. Poor Mr. Rabbit. I feel so sorry for him. I want to save him. Whee! That was the sound of blood splattering from Rena's nose. Cute. Tonight I will take you home. She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then, coming back to her senses, she took all of the apples around me, gathered them up in a whip, and fixed them back into fixed them up on a plate. Now they're just fine, Kay? Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan. Okay? Okay? Rika-chan raised Satoko's hand like a referee. After having that plate of rabbit shoved to her, she whispered, "This is our victory." Oh my god. What? A comeback? I just don't care anymore. Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Alright. I know I said I was gonna do this until the first creepy thing. But, I'm getting kinda tired. Actually, does the first creepy thing happen right about now? I can't remember. I feel like it does? Maybe? I don't know. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Rena and Keikun. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time. See you tomorrow. Satoko and Rika went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended up just Rena and myself, enjoying the evening air on our way home. Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun? Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now. Then, well, would you mind taking a little detour, maybe? Maybe? A detour? Is it far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Okay, first creepy thing is around the corner. So, we'll do that and then I'm gonna stop. Since we have been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Rena, I quietly nodded. Transitions. Oh, the bridge. Oh, the bridge. And the dump. Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. A large heap of garbage spread out towards the spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I called it being in the newspaper. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile. It's not garbage! To me, it's a pile of treasure! Rena had already entered into well-known cute mode of hers. So there was something cute here. Whoa, a new pile. I can't wait, I can't wait! She bounced up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming! Whoa! My city race self was completely pitiful. It's alright. Just stay right there, Keiichi-kun. It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my accomplishment. My accompaniment. Don't fall. Don't fall, watch your step. I'm fine, I'm fine. This is nothing at all. Literally bounding up heaps of his trash, Rena disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Rena around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, a sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. I started to turn around. Hey, it's this guy! Standing there was a typical photographer who spied over at me through his camera. New sprite, you know what that means. Oh boy. He's already taking up like most of the fucking thing. Oh god. Oh my god. What is going on here? He's like buff, but he's also fat? Like, oh wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's ripped now, my god. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable. He had a bit of an aloof air around him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa! You surprised me. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad, my bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinawizawa? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious look, he introduced himself without my prompting. I'm Tomitaki, freelance photographer. I come to Hinawizawa from time to time. I didn't ask who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad, my bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. So what you're saying is that I'm the same as the birds. No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just so picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All of that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away, and he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy, trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitaki-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses, and continued rambling on by himself. Keiichi-kun, sorry for keep you waiting. I'm finished now. Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? You have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. Dunno. Maybe she's checking out that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitaki looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh. I responded like I would if I were talking with Rena and the others. Here we go. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you. You were waiting for a while, I guess. I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for startling you, Keiichi-kun. Tomitaki-san shorted suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. Keiichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder? It wasn't Rena's fault, so I decided to brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove? Oh yes, so listen, you see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll. Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, those statues they always play in front have out in front of that fried chicken place? That life-size dummy? Yes, Colonel Sanders! Oh, cute. I want to take it home. I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not. Well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just took it home, right? It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon. Rena seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out, to repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today. Thank you. Birds heading home to the roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us. Cage-gun is going to help. I can take Colonel Sanders home. Oh. Rena staggered along as if intoxicated by a dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey, Rena. Long ago, did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details, though. Just wondering if you knew about, you know, an accident or something? I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that... So you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry. Don't really know. Don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she was giving me. Thinking about it, of course, it would be like that. It wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomateki said, then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Alright, well, creepy thing happens-ish, so I'm gonna leave it off there. New tips. Nice. So, thank you guys for watching, the people who joined me today. Thank you, the people who are watching this a little later on. And I guess I'll sign out as soon as I look at these questions here on the comments. How old am I? I am 22. And have I played other visual novels? Yes, I have. I have played Fate Stay Night, and I have played Katawa Shoujo. I have other visual novels that I've been meaning to play, but I just haven't had the time, so, you know. That ever expanding backlog of anime, manga, and other things. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. For the people watching this later, hope you've had fun. Maybe I'll play more of this in the future. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But either way, it was fun to stream. It was fun to finally have a functioning working setup with OBS. I'm glad I was able to do that. And so, I'll see you all next time. Happy Halloween. This is Fiction Reviews. Signing out as soon as I get to the live control room and hit end, which you're unfortunately going to see on camera. Hey! So it's not actually the end. It is the end now. Bye, everybody.